Rob, you know what you're talking about. That's why we had you on. You know about ballistics. You shot bin Laden. What bothers you the most about this investigation?
Thanks for having me, Rob, and good to see you, General Holt.
You too.
A lot of things it bothers me about this. Nothing in particular. And it's not like I'm out there saying big lie or a conspiracy or someone did it. I'm just saying I've been in a lot of shootings. I've killed more than a handful of people, and this thing looked shady off the bat. I mean, I've killed people closer than I saw the camera, and I've never seen a shirt move like that. That looks like an explosion to me. Just the fact that no one started doing first aid to Charlie Kirk, they were more concerned about getting SIM cards out of cameras, removing cameras, and then getting him off the X somehow. There didn't seem a lot of concern for his life. It seemed like just clean it up. And then, I mean, I've been told they paved it over a couple days later. And then you get Erica Kirk behind all the razzle-dazzle, and she's really quick to forgive the alleged shooter, which technically says that was him because I forgive him, but that you can't forgive Candace Owens for having an opinion or asking questions. And they mock people by saying, oh, I'm just asking questions. Yeah, I'm a SEAL Team 6 sniper. I'm asking a lot of questions. No one wants to answer them.
And you're able to ask these questions because you've been there. General, same to you. So this rifle, this 30-06, it's a powerful rifle. What do you make of this narrative that the bullet might have hit Charlie's spine, which would explain why the damage wasn't what you would typically see with a rifle like that from that range?
No, that's not what happened. And this is the thing that hurts here is, and what bothers me the most out of it.
Wait, did you say, General, you don't think that's what happened?
Absolutely not. I'm with Rob. Something exploded on him. But I don't have to get into the details because I'm not in a court of law having to prove a darn thing. Here's what bothers me is there are millions of vets with Rob's training. Training in combat arms as low as mine is. I'm a pilot. But we have enough training to know better than the garbage that was foisted upon us from the Justice Department that day, where they seemingly solved the case in about 8 hot seconds. And we know better. You're not going to take a 30-06 with a kid who's never killed anybody up onto a roof. He takes his first life and does all the things that Rob says he did. So what bothers me, Rob, in all of this is that they know that we know better, and yet they foist this as the narrative and the parable anyway. Why would you do that?
Well,
why would you do that in a circus where there's so many of us who are already going to go, well, that's not exactly what happened at all?
You know, Lee Harvey Oswald, 1963 in Dallas, I think a lot of people never thought something like that could happen again, because now everybody's got a cell phone, everybody's got a camera, except for this day in September. In general, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to that. But there is this narrative, Rob, about this gun. Again, tell everyone at home about this rifle, this 30-06, that Tyler Robinson would have had to take apart, get up onto the roof, put back together, and then he apparently jumped off the roof with it. And then he was seen eating, apparently, at a steakhouse right down the road, not that long after this assassination took place. It all just sounds completely...
Yeah.
It just is, it's hard to believe is what it is. And I hope we find out the truth in court. Rob, the floor is yours.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, the screwdriver that probably wouldn't have worked to take it apart or put it together in the first place was left on the rooftop anyway. So he jumped off the roof and put it back together without the screwdriver that probably didn't work anyway, put it back together, wrapped it up, and put it nicely in a bunch of trees, and then ran off and started texting someone like English was a second language. I mean, the whole thing's just shady. 30-06 is 30 caliber, invented in 06. It's a 1906 to kill big game. And if you hit something in the spine, especially a human, I've shot ballistic gelatin all the time. I've never shot a human with 30-06, but I know it would do a lot more than that. If it was just a 30-06 shooting too, that went left to right, not from front to back. You can clearly see an exit wound on Charlie Kirk's left-hand side. And then it just is, why are we supposed to believe everything we see on TV? Shut up, believe it. That's the narrative. No, it's not. I'm SEAL Team 6 sniper. I went to sniper school in 1998. I'm telling you.
Such a good point. Final question, General, to you. There was this guy, and the media and the FBI just labeled him a wacko. This guy, George Zinn. This is this 71-year-old guy who immediately after it happened jumped out and said that he shot Charlie Kirk. And in the moments, the aftermath, I was here in the newsroom, we thought it was this guy. And the FBI even said, we got our guy. Why would someone make that claim in a situation like that? I know that you don't have the answer to that, General, but it just was very bizarre.
No, but there's been a lot of reporting that he's got an interesting past all unto himself, and he's been at several scenes of the crime. Needs to be looked into. I'm more interested in a gentleman named Zach Qureshi, who it was tweeted out, well, we got our guy. They didn't name him at the time. We got our guy. And then 90 minutes later, oh, we don't got our guy. Well, that's 90 minutes that a real killer could have fled the scene. But if you're going to tell me that Tyler Robinson, with his background, is that cold-hearted a killer that he can do all the things that were just reported, and then he's going to show up at a restaurant and go, totally good now. I'm sorry. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and hand the defense team all of the evidence so that they can get their continuance for the probable cause hearing, because that's not normal either. So follow the normal, boring steps to a murder investigation and just follow them transparently for the country, because it's high interest.
And again,
we'll all be fine and we'll stop asking questions.
This is just, for me, it's just about the truth. And we're just asking these questions. You know, we didn't get the truth in 1963. They killed Lee Harvey Oswald, and then they killed Jack Ruby. So we never got the truth. And I feel like it just keeps happening, and we don't want it to happen again. You talk about Butler, Pennsylvania. Rob, I have so many questions about Butler, Pennsylvania, and we're now coming up on the 2-year